All right. So hopefully, what happened um, for one of the videos did not happen just now. I think the last video may have gotten corrupted when I was downloading it from Canva. So we'll see if that works out. If not, like you might have missed a lot for this. By the way, also I saw someone say that the videos need to be edited or it's not engaging or whatever. Totally understand that. This is not for you. These particular videos are simply for people who are not technical, don't know where to start, and they need some type of way of figuring out how long things are going to take, what applications can they use, like APIs, especially when it comes to agentic coding platforms. They need to understand a little bit about how to build like VS Code and some of those CLIs, like things that I didn't know when I first started building with these platforms. That's what these are for. This isn't for like you to speed run a product. I don't build speed run products. I build products that turn into companies. And so these videos are for people who are trying to turn ideas into companies, not ideas into like some video game that no one's ever going to play or um, some product that's not really going to help anybody or change any lives. Like, I really want you to understand that like there's thought that needs to go into this. There is passion, some type of ferocity, like a lot of determination that needs to go into this. And there's a lot of painstaking. There's a lot of beating your head against the wall. I want you to see every single bit of that to a degree. I didn't show you everything on Rifers One because it was like 20 hours of beating my head against the wall, and that's boring. But for the most part, you're going to see how long things take to compile, how long things take to deploy, how long things take to go from a domain to a custom domain in Netlify. You need to know how to operate a Supabase, but not as a database, but with edge functions, and then using the AI with edge functions, and then using that and then figuring out, oh wait, the edge functions are too complex. I got to use Superbase's CLI. Well, how does that work? All right, well, I need to use ChatGPT to figure out how to code with a CLI because I don't know how to write code in VS Code. All these things are very important if you are non-technical, and you're trying to build something for real. If you're trying to build something that's not for real, like I've never really been an Instagram founder, so probably not the place for you. This is for people who are looking. There's a movie called Warfare coming out that's produced by A24, and A24. And what I love about movies like that is like they act like the 2 hours and 45 minutes of the movie is 2 hours and 45 minutes of time in real life, or not real life, but like of life. And so it's not, 5 minutes, then a new day, then 20 minutes, then a new week, then 30 minutes, and then a 5 year jump. Like it's not like that. It's like you get to see in the videos that I'm recording what it is like for me to go through every single step for multiple different products with multiple different outcomes, multiple different business models, multiple uses of voice AI or regular AI. Like this is and then I wanted this to for you to jump around. I think I mentioned that in a video. So the person who commented that, you obviously haven't seen the other videos, but that's okay because you're looking for speed runs, and that's not what this is. But I mentioned in another video, like this is really for you to jump in and out like chapters. If you want to know how to use Netlify, if you're having trouble with Superbase, go look at the Superbase videos. If you're having issues with buying a domain, then hooking up with Netlify and then deploying your application to it, and then using a subdomain as a landing page or for different users, like you can look that up on this channel. And that is one of the reasons. If you're wanting to learn excuse me, if you're wanting to learn how to do idea stage brand building, I have multiple videos on building out these brands and how I think through it. I have a whole uh, playlist of just how to write Gen prompt framework docs. So if you're wondering how I write what is my thinking of an evolution of PRDs for people who can't code but are about to code, um, I have this idea called a Gen prompt framework doc, which is like a PRD and a user stories had a baby, but with natural language information, so that you could just copy and paste it inside of an agentic platform like Bolt. So I don't mean to talk too much, but I just want to like clarify like who this is for. This is not for someone who's just looking for an edited, clean video. Not gonna happen. I mean, I guess it's clean in the fact that I don't curse, but nah, that's not really my style. I'm not a speed run person. Like, I mean, it might feel like I'm about to because I have an idea of what I'm going to do with each one of these products as far as like a business model, an acquisition target, like some of these types of things. So it might seem like I'm speed running it, but I'm not. Okay, that said, you might have missed some stuff. So we essentially started the double me, and we're going to keep pushing through so that we can get to the 11 labs integration, which to me is where things are going to go crazy. But first, we got to build out the scaffolding for how the transcription and everything that we're going to make the 11 labs transcription come through, and the open AI is going to I'm going to have to build an agent, which I've never done before, but I'm going to have to build an agent to write in JSON, if I remember correctly, all of the takeaways and the follow ups, and then we got to build a delegation into that too, which I'll show you in a little bit. But okay, so here's what we got from the data from the dashboard. We're now about to go into the GPF doc, and this is why we write these because we're literally going to copy and paste and we're going to make sure that it makes sense with the current context that we have after thinking about it for a week. So let's go through it. Okay, cool. Details, summaries, and transcripts. Okay, so we're going to start with this one just to see if it can pull off. We're just seeing if it can pull off. So a lot of times when people, again, I said this in many videos, like when people mess up is when they're adding too much stuff into the chat. Because if I need to roll this back, I need to roll this back. If I put 3 different feature requests in there of things to change, I won't know what broke. So by doing it this way, you are able to see what works and what doesn't work. And at the idea stage, when you're just trying to figure out how to get it to a place where people will look at it and go, I'd sign up for that, whether they're going to pay it or run a free pilot or even a paid pilot, you have to like think it through. And so it's doing a lot of thinking, like these playful yet professional aesthetic. I like that. Okay, I don't like how these ones, twos, and threes. We're gonna move that a little bit, but yeah, I mean it does what it needs to do for now. Yeah, see, it got the gist. Like I said, I really want to like adjust things, but I try my best not to. Like right now, these key points. I don't know why these are here, to be honest. But let's keep moving. So we got that right. Below the detail. Oh yeah, here we go. There's the follow ups, and this is telling it that it needs to create a summary ID. I'm not sure I want to do that yet because it could invite Supabase, which we are not ready for yet. Not even close. So let's see. Because what we're gonna essentially have is like we gotta build in a I think I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but we gotta build in a an ID for each of these summary cards so that we can attach um, different follow to them so that when we go to the follow-ups, those follow-ups transfer through, and so does the summary. So when you click into the follow-ups on the follow-ups page, it should have the summary, but the only way that can happen is to attach summary IDs to follow-ups. So oh oops, I was like, why can't I click into that? Okay, so it doesn't have that. Okay, so hmm. So hmm. So I don't, wait. Add view all link that takes the users to follow up page filtered by current summary. I like that, but I can't see. Okay, I added a view all link that takes the users to follow up page filtered by the current summary. Like that idea. That's a great idea. And that's why I also like. I like when it like throws stuff at me that I'm like, I mean, I wasn't thinking that, but I'll take it until it breaks. Because sometimes it'll throw something at you that you don't realize broke something else in the process, and then later you're like, okay, you're trying to be helpful, but you weren't. Okay, so right now these are the action items. Okay, so but what am I supposed to adding follow up structure that includes title, description, due dates, assignee? I cannot see the. But where? Where'd you put that at? Oh, you put it in summaries, which is where I'm at. Where? I see the. Let's try it outward. We're just basically seeing like, hey, did you like where'd you put it? Okay, so I'm gonna let it cook, but I realized it didn't know what I meant. So I'm gonna write this again, and then I'm gonna roll it back because you went too far at this point. Actually, I'm gonna let that slide, and I'm gonna say, no, I meant within the summaries modals. Okay. All right. Let's see. Like, see, I don't want it to do that. I don't want it to do that. I think I just want it. I think it's going too far. Okay. Now that I know it's going to do that, I'm going to go ahead and say no. I like not a fan. Essentially, I did that too early. I did that syntax early, way too early. I'm gonna have to roll it back again. I think what happened is that I reverted it and then it tried to do something else, but I caught it too early. So essentially, what I'm trying to say right here is like when I click on a follow up item in the detail, is it what are we calling that now? Detailed summary. I feel like they spelled summaries wrong in the modals that appear. I'm just going to say in the modals that appear when I click on a meeting on the summaries page. I'm going to click How about this? Because it's actually not doing what I need to do in the first place. So let's reset this whole thing. All right. When the user clicks on a meeting summary in the summaries page, the modal that pops up should have the follow ups from that meeting, which are taken these follow ups. No, no, I'm not gonna do that. 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 I don't think it's really helpful for it to know how many participants on. Okay. The Also, you can remove the identification of participants in uh, the summaries modals. I didn't know what to put there. That was gross. I didn't like how that felt because I know how to place it. Okay, so it did some things that I didn't think about and some things that I don't like, which is like I'm gonna reminded of this. All right, I'm not gonna add in the tags just yet because I don't want to get it confused. So I'm just gonna go here first. I'm gonna check this. Uh, I still see them. Where are they? Bro, what's going on? Dude, now that comment's gonna stick in my head. I'm really like nervous. I'm not talking enough. Again, not what that's for. This is not where the cool kids sit. I assure you. This is where people who are kind of trying to learn things. Okay, now. Okay, so what happened is that they need to add a scroll. Okay, so that was another thing I was worried about is like that it needed to scroll. The user can't scroll when Um, so like now that I know it's called summary, like this took me a really long time to figure out. Like if you memorize what the components are called, it'll make you lose less tokens. Um, so then you can just call things out directly. All right, I'm gonna hope that this is solved in post. Cause look, a summary modal is open. The user can click outside of the modal to close it. That's just a pet peeve of mine from a product standpoint. I wish it could automatically do that. I'm sure it can. I haven't really played with like the project level and systems level like adjustments that you can make. Okay. Okay. I like this because like someone can go through. Hmm. Right here in the meet, you'll see what I'm about to do in a second because I just realized someone's gonna have multiple doubles, so they need to be able to see pretty quickly in the meeting summaries page. Should have. Oh, it did this because I just realized why I did this. Key points. So that you could do that without having the summary there. Smart. I'm not going to do full transcript. How about we move that in the summary modal? Replace full transcript with meeting summary. All right. Now we can get back to this. In the meeting summary, the meeting summary should have the name of the double listed next to the date of each meeting. So at a glance, nice. Okay, so that at a glance, the user will know which double took the meeting. I wonder if I should color code it, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I don't really think that's necessary for like what we're trying to accomplish. What am I at on time? 23. Okay. All right. It's got the things that I think we need. And then there's some things that I think I'm going to skip that are in the Gen Prompt Framework doc. So, tag listed in the phrase modal. Okay, now we're getting to UI stuff. All right. Wow, that is not great. Okay. For follow up changes areas, that is a lot to give it, man. I'm giving it colors. I'm giving it a lot, and I can't figure out how to break it up. How about this? How about I break it up right there? How about I do it right there and just like okay. Usually I break it apart also, so I know where I'm at. Dude, we're just building the summary the summary out. I was hoping we would get a lot farther in this process, but what can you do? Build faster, I guess. Learn how to code. Lots of things. Okay, let's see what we got. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, what if it's not on there? Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that so much. I'm gonna change the colors though, but I do love that, and I don't want to change it. Oh, I love that so much. Oh man, oh man, I love that so much. I'm so mad I have to change that because I really need it to be the right colors. And I also need for the archive to go because some of these calls are going to be a bit longer. Like right now, if they're just like discovery calls, they're going to be 15 minutes. But if they are hour-long sales calls, like they're going to have multiple follow-ups. Oh man, is there a way that they got close? Yellow, green, blue, delegate. Blue's delegate. Own is green. That's right. Right. Yellow is triage. Dude, let's just change it. Dude, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that with me. Oops, summary modal. Update the tag colors for follow-ups to that's very important to me. Like colors mean this stuff, and so I want to have them. We can do away with the archive sections. Oops. Let them know that I did not do that one. To the register name, tags. Okay. Follow up changes areas. Did I put that in there? A follow up. Okay, I did not. Okay, let's put that in there. The summary modal should be on to that. I don't know what this means. If a follow up changes areas in the follow ups page, the tags in the summary modal should automatically update to reflect the change of the follow ups page. I don't know how that's going to work, but hey, what's the other word? Synchronization. Synchronization. Is that right? I knew we were golden. I knew we were good. All right, so knock that out. Let's go ahead and strike that through. Yes, Lord. Next, we'll get into follow ups and delegation. Then we'll go calendar. Calendar is going to be interesting because that's where we're going to probably do outbound calls. CRM. We'll probably do CRM first. I will probably do follow ups first, then CRM, then calendar. And I'm not mad at the UI, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I like that, dude. That's like to me personally, that's kind of sexy for what we're trying to build here. It's very plain. All right, we're out of here. Let's go home. 11:30. Let's call it a night.